I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at the video feed for the Simcam in the Simcam app. So I've shown in other videos, the Simcam is a home surveillance camera, kind of like a Nest camera or Wise camera, but it has on-device AI capabilities. So it uses an Intel Vision chip, and it's one of the first devices I've seen where it's actually doing video processing and AI on the device itself instead of streaming data out to a remote cloud server and doing the processing there. So kind of a new capability, something I think we'll see more and more in the home automation and Internet of Things markets. And Simcam sent me a camera to check out, and so I've been testing out different functions on it. And I've shown in other videos how to get the basic app set up, but now I'm going to show this is the actual video feed from the camera in the app. So I started out, this is going to be sideways when I do this load, but you can see there's my, my camera in the app. To get into the video feed, I'm going to push those little arrows in the corner of the video there. A little bit not intuitive, but those little side-to-side arrows will pull up the full feed. So it'll connect to the camera here. And the first thing that I think is really neat and that really isn't described anywhere else in the documentation is this actually has a motorized gimbal. So I can actually swipe around here and move the camera around in reality and be able to actually pan around the scene. So not something that I saw documented anywhere, but that's actually a really cool feature beyond the AI capabilities that you don't get with a lot of the other home surveillance cameras. So that's sort of a neat thing to start. Down on the bottom, then you have the different settings for the device. So the first button is to turn on and off audio monitoring. So I can turn that on. I'm going to hear audio coming from the camera. The next one takes a snapshot, so I can get a picture of the scene. The one after that takes a video clip of the scene. The next one is a microphone where you can actually speak into your phone, and the camera will play the audio. Testing, 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 testing. And that'll actually come out of the camera itself. So that's helpful if you're, for example, using it at your front door and somebody comes with a food delivery, you see it on the camera and you can say, please just leave it at the door or something like that into your phone, and it'll play there at your front door and let the person know they can leave your order. The next function is object detection. So I went into this in more detail in another video, but the concept is you can select a specific object in the frame and it'll let you know when that object is moved or disappears. Cool capability, again, using the AI functions from that Intel chip. The one challenge I found, though, is that it does send alerts at the moment, even if the object is just obscured, and it's not able to detect the object again if you go back and put the object back in the frame. So things that I hope they'll work on in the future. The next one is an area monitoring. So with this, you can select, they're showing an example of a door or window, and if there's movement or a break-in that area, then you'll get a specific alert about that. And then the final red one is something you never want to touch. It makes this really horrifyingly loud alarm go off on the camera, and I've not found any way to stop the alarm on the camera without just unplugging it from the wall. So actually, that's kind of a great feature to have as long as you know that it's there, because say you had this and you got an alert on your phone and it showed someone was actually breaking into your house or maybe just loitering in front of it and you didn't want them to be there, what do you normally do with a home surveillance camera? You can get on there and yell at them, but that sort of tips them off that there's not much else you can do. However, if you press that red button when you saw somebody breaking into your house, it actually makes a really loud alarm go off on the camera. And they might think that it's a home security system going off or that the police are arriving or whatever. And it is really, loud and sort of startling enough that I think it's probably a good feature to have on there. So if you saw someone breaking in, hopefully that would be something you could just press and scare them off. But I made the mistake of pressing it myself without knowing what it did. And again, it's very, very loud and very difficult to switch back off on the camera. So those are the basic functions on there. It's HD video stream. You can see the quality is pretty good. I love the pan and tilt functionality on there to be able to look around the scene remotely that you don't see elsewhere. And I think the AI functions are still something that are being implemented, but I'm excited to see where that goes as there's more development on it. If you found this helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.